What if death isn't an ending but a doorway? What if, instead of closing the book, it simply turns the page to a new chapter we cannot yet see? This question has echoed through the ages, haunting and inspiring us in equal measure. This question has shaped our beliefs, our fears, and the way we live. It's woven into our stories, our rituals, and the quiet moments when we wonder about what lies beyond. Rumi wrote, "Do not grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form." Across cultures and centuries, poets and philosophers have tried to capture the mystery of what comes after. It's a reminder that perhaps nothing is truly lost. Maybe everything transforms, shifting into something new, even if we can't see it. We ponder this mystery when we gaze at the stars, searching for meaning in the vastness of the universe, feeling both small and connected to something greater. Or when we say goodbye to loved ones, holding on to memories and hoping that love endures beyond the boundaries of life. We find ourselves wondering if consciousness simply vanishes or if it continues in a way we can't yet understand, a question that lingers in the quiet hours. For some, the idea of an afterlife brings comfort and hope, a sense that we are part of something eternal. For others, the finality of death makes life precious, urging us to cherish every moment and connection we have. Regardless of belief, the question forces us to confront what it means to be alive, to seek purpose, and to find meaning in our brief time here. In this journey, we'll explore science, faith, and personal stories, each offering a unique perspective on the unknown. We'll look at what happens to the body, how the mind copes with loss, and what modern research reveals about the final moments. We'll hear from those who've returned from the brink and explore spiritual traditions that offer hope, guidance, and comfort. This isn't about finding one answer, maybe there isn't one. Instead, it's about embracing the questions and the journey itself. It's an invitation to explore possibilities, to reflect on the greatest mystery of all. What happens after we die? Let's begin this search together. To understand what might come after, we must first see what happens as life ends. The final moments of life are both deeply personal and universally shared, marking the transition from presence to absence. Death is a process, not a single moment. It starts when the heart stops, clinical death. The familiar rhythm of the heart ceases, and with it, the body's vital functions begin to unravel. Blood flow ceases. The brain is deprived of oxygen, and its activity fades within seconds. The intricate web of neural connections that once sparked thought and memory begins to go silent. Brain cells die, and the body's systems shut down, irreversible biological death. This is the point of no return, when the body can no longer sustain itself. Muscles relax, then stiffen in rigor mortis. The body, once animated, now follows the laws of nature, shifting from life to stillness. The body cools, returning to its basic elements. Heat dissipates, and the physical form begins its slow return to the earth. Doctors see clear signs: no breath, no pulse, no brain activity. These are the unmistakable markers that life, as we know it, has ended. From a materialist view, consciousness ends when the brain does, like a flame extinguished. The self, the mind, all that we are, appears to vanish in an instant. But this clinical description feels incomplete. It leaves us with questions that science alone cannot answer. It explains the mechanics, but not the essence of the person. The memories, the love, the spark that made them unique. Where do these go? Is consciousness just brain chemistry? Or is the brain a receiver for something greater? Could awareness persist beyond the body, or is it simply gone? Science stands at this gap, unable to answer what happens to awareness. The boundary between life and death remains shrouded in uncertainty. This is where the mystery deepens. The end of the body is clear, but the fate of consciousness is still unknown. And where our search continues, as we seek to understand what, if anything, lies beyond the final chapter of the body. What if awareness doesn't end with biological death? That's the claim of those who've had near-death experiences, or NDEs. People revived after clinical death often describe traveling through a tunnel toward a warm, welcoming light. They report profound peace, freedom from pain, and sometimes an out-of-body perspective, watching their own resuscitation from above. Some recall details they couldn't have known, fueling debate about the nature of consciousness. Researchers like Dr. Raymond Moody and Dr. Sam Parnia have studied these accounts, even placing hidden images in hospitals to test out-of-body claims. Skeptics argue NDEs are brain-based hallucinations, oxygen deprivation, neurochemicals, and endorphins at work. Yet, the clarity and consistency of these experiences across cultures suggest there may be more to the story. The debate continues. Are NDEs glimpses of another reality, or the brain's final fireworks? The answer remains elusive, but the stories persist. Long before science, faith offered answers about what lies beyond death. Christianity promises resurrection and eternal life with God, or separation in hell, based on faith and deeds. Hinduism teaches reincarnation. The soul is reborn, shaped by karma, until it achieves liberation, moksha. Buddhism shares the idea of rebirth, but without a permanent soul. Instead, a stream of consciousness continues, seeking nirvana, freedom from suffering. Islam sees life as a test. After death, souls await judgment. The righteous enter paradise, the wicked face hellfire. Each tradition offers hope, guidance, and meaning, shaping how billions approach life and death. These beliefs comfort, challenge, and inspire. They remind us that death, for many, is not an end, but a transition. Across cultures, the afterlife is a tapestry of stories, each seeking to answer the same ancient question, and each, in its own way, offers a vision of what might come next. Beyond theories and faith are the stories of those who've returned from the edge, people who have glimpsed something extraordinary when life itself seemed to be slipping away. These are not just tales, but deeply personal accounts that challenge what we think we know about consciousness and existence. Dr. Eben Alexander, a respected neurosurgeon and former skeptic, fell into a coma with his brain completely shut down by a rare illness. For days, he was unresponsive, his medical prognosis grim. Yet, during this time, he describes a vivid journey through realms of light, music, and overwhelming love, an experience he insists was more real than anything he'd ever known in ordinary life. When he awoke, Dr. Alexander was profoundly changed. He became convinced that the brain doesn't create consciousness, but rather acts as a filter for a much greater awareness that exists beyond our physical selves. Anita Moorjani, facing the final stages of cancer, slipped into a coma and encountered a realm of overwhelming love, clarity, and acceptance. She felt completely free from pain and fear. In that state, she made a choice to return, believing that her body could heal if she let go of her lifelong fears and embraced life fully. Her recovery stunned her doctors and family. Her cancer disappeared within weeks, defying all medical expectations and leaving many searching for answers. Both stories challenge our understanding of the mind and body, suggesting that consciousness may not be limited to biology alone. They hint at the possibility that our awareness could extend far beyond what science currently explains. These accounts and countless others like them inspire hope, curiosity, and a sense of wonder about what lies beyond the boundaries of life as we know it. They raise profound questions that science can't yet answer, pushing the limits of our understanding and inviting us to explore new frontiers. Are these experiences proof of an afterlife, or are they powerful mind-body phenomena shaped by the mysteries of the brain? The debate continues, but what's undeniable is the profound impact these experiences have on those who live through them, often changing their lives forever. Their worldviews shift, relationships deepen, and many find a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude for life. These stories invite us to wonder, what if there's more to us than meets the eye? What if our true nature is far more expansive than we ever imagined? And if that's true, what might it mean for how we choose to live, love, and connect with one another every day? Despite research and remarkable stories, the question of life after death remains unsolved. Skeptics point to brain-based explanations, tunnels of light, euphoria, and life reviews as products of a dying brain. They argue consciousness ends with brain function. No ghost in the machine, no evidence of survival. Science demands proof, and so far, none is conclusive. Others believe consciousness is fundamental, with the brain as a receiver, not a generator. They point to cases of awareness during brain inactivity and phenomena like terminal lucidity. The mystery persists. Are we just biology or something more? Science may not have the tools to measure what lies beyond. The debate leaves us at a crossroads, between belief and skepticism, hope and doubt. The unknown remains vast, and the search for answers continues. Whether or not we believe in an afterlife, the question shapes how we live now. Those who return from the brink rarely crave wealth or fame. They value love, kindness, and connection. Facing death brings clarity about what truly matters. The greatest lesson may be to live more authentically, fearlessly, and gratefully. The mystery of death can inspire us to cherish each moment and each other. It unites us in our shared search for meaning. Rather than fearing the unknown, we can let it deepen our appreciation for life. Perhaps the real secret to a good death is a life well lived. The question may never be fully answered, but it invites us to make the most of the precious time we have.